I have 3 children myself. Ignatius is 9 turning 10, Arandia that's 5 years old, and Georgia that's 3 years old. And Martin also has 2 children, Jack and Lily, and Jack's 8 and Lily's also 3. So we're fathers ourselves, and being a father and being a person that's considered himself a family man, and one that's ultimately the most important thing in my life is my family, providing for them and being part of something that actually contributes and gives what I call a good basis. I have a philosophy, as does Martin: if it's not good enough for our children, then it's not good enough for any child. Wattle Health Australia started approximately 5 years ago. Martin and I decided to engage and go on this crazy mission of building a company. We identified a need in the marketplace that there really needs to be a quality Australian-based organisation that really pushes natural-based food, skincare, whatever the range may be, that actually helps promote good health internally and externally to the individual. So our passion really comes from wanting to actually provide that alternative, and it comes with a family focus. So really it's driving the passions that we have as fathers to want to provide something quality to our family, and in turn provide that to all families. Finding a whole bunch of different formulations and formulating our own products, and finding contract manufacturers and finding people to actually create the product here in Australia. And originally it was just the 2 of us working tirelessly in many, many hours. And we decided to engage in a model where we'd take on what we call best of breed experts as opposed to employees at that stage, as we were on a shoestring budget initially, and to build a business that was based upon values of integrity, transparency and trust. We've now formulated and obviously become what I call a fully pledged company, as opposed to 2 guys that are working extremely hard trying to, as with any startup, get a business going. I'm very proud to say that all Wattle Health products are made in Australia. This is something that's very close to our hearts and something that we're very passionate about. We have a very strong concentration on using natural-only products. As far as we're concerned, the world and Australia requires quality natural products that are made to the highest and strictest standards, and we feel we do that at Wattle Health by making all our products in Australia and using Australian ingredients and Australian packaging, and the entire supply chain being Australian. Some of the major challenges was not actually getting traction overseas, but getting traction in our home country. And that I found quite frustrating, because it was all about, for us, actually building an Australian product that lent on Australian infrastructure and Australian jobs, and creating jobs in Australia and keeping jobs in Australia, and obviously trying to get every single part of our supply chain to be Australian, and yet our Australian retailers were quite hard to come to the party. I'm very fortunate that we have the appropriate team now around us, where initially it was only Martin and myself that were trying to do everything, that we've leveraged upon those relationships that the team has in place, and we're starting to get some traction in the Australian market. The bottle tree within itself has many thriving abilities, and stems back to the Aboriginal days, where it was used as many medicinal purposes. It's found throughout the Australian landscape, and it's part of our floral emblem. It is on our coat of arms. Because we are an Australian company that's promoting Australian-made goods, that we choose a name that's fitting and encompass such an important tree, being the wattle tree, and hence that's how the name Wattle Health came to life. I'm most proud about Wattle Health and myself that we've put together what I call a formidable team, and we've put together what I call an Australian-made brand that represents values of integrity, transparency and trust. It's all about the team. There's no I in team, from our logistics partners to our warehousing partners, to our manufacturing partners, to all these different Australian individuals, regular mums and dads just like ourselves, that actually work tirelessly on a daily basis to put together what's known as the Wattle Health range. Being in the health and well-being sector, it's very, very important that we need to have a natural alternative, and most importantly in our minds, an Australian natural alternative. Without quality nutritional food and nutritional based products, we don't live to optimal health.